What's going on, family? There's always two sides to the story. It's always going to be two sides to the story. A lot of times people will always blame you for the issues you all have in your relationship. They're always going to lash out at you. They're always going to talk about the reason why things are not working out. And the problem is that if you're always the problem when it comes to any situation that happens in your relationship, then are you really the problem? If every time something happens between us, it's always my fault. It's never your fault. It's never you acknowledging the things that you are doing wrong, but you want to lash out at me every time something is not right. There's always two sides. People will always look at, my friends will always look at me as a friend, and they will hear the story from my side. But then her friends are always going to hear her story from her side. And of course, it's always going to seem like she's the problem if I'm telling them, and it's always going to look like I'm the problem and she's telling everybody else, including her family and friends and everybody else. If you all are really going to grow, it's going to take for you all to stop always lashing out at each other every time something goes wrong. If you all are going to grow, if you're going to develop something that is right. And see, here's the problem with people that are Christians, people that serve God, people that are religious. We always take things to a spiritual level without bringing things down to a natural level to where we can really talk and reason together. If every time something happens between us, you're always coming after me and you're always downgrading me, and you don't see the way that you're texting me, you don't see the way that you're talking to me, then something is wrong. You see, in relationships, it's about compromise. It's about willing to compromise. It's about willing to grow together. It's about willing to reason and talk about the issues that we have together without always coming after the other person. Because I'm the kind of individual, if you come after me and every time that something goes wrong, you're always threatening me and you're always downgrading me, then it's going to push me away, and it's going to push me to a place that you don't want to see me, because eventually I'm going to have no choice but to walk away. And that's the bad thing when it comes to relationships. They don't want to see that. Great example. Go back through your text messages between you all. Go back to the text message. Look at the way that you spoke to him. Look at the way that you spoke to her. Look at what you said. Because the thing about it is that they're always saying, oh, you're talking down to me. Oh, you're always saying this and you're always doing that. And I get it. There's nothing wrong with being direct, but sometimes you could be so direct to the point to where you don't realize that you're being rude. And you're sabotaging your relationship without even realizing it. You all, love is one of the most powerful things that you can ever possess. But you pushing someone out of your life with your words. Words is something that you can never take back. That's why you have to be careful. With text messages, they can always go left. But I refuse to allow someone to continue to talk to me any kind of way and continue to say what they want to say based off of how they feel because they're angry. And this is the worst thing. Be careful what you say when you're angry, because your heart is open, and what you want to say, you normally say, and you can't take back those words. So if you want to grow with the person, if you want to have something that has meaning, and this is the reason why so many people never really have productive relationships, or they're never really able to get to that place to where they get married. They have been married, but they're no longer married, and they want to blame everybody else and every other man. Oh, he's like this. Oh, he's like that. And you always hear them complain about the way the man is. Oh, she's like this and she's like that. But until we acknowledge our own issues within ourselves, and here's the thing, the people that are spiritual, stop spiritualizing everything. You need to sit down and talk to a therapist. You need to talk to a psychiatrist. You need to talk to your pastor. You need to talk to somebody and stop being so spiritual to where you're no earthly good. Because it's so easy for people to have this, this perspective of someone based off of what you say. But you don't want to acknowledge your own problems. oh, he's like this, oh, she's like that. But until you acknowledge where you're at and the things that you have done wrong in your previous relationship and the relationship that you're in, you're always going to carry one thing into the next marriage or relationship. I get it. We can break curses. We can do all that things. We can pray things away. But a lot of things that we deal with is emotional and mental. I get it. You can go on all the fast you want. You can pray all you want. But sometimes, even though you're praying and fasting, we're missing it because we don't want to get the help that we need for ourselves. And we're looking at everybody else the wrong way when we're not looking at ourselves. All right? Think about it. Have a blessed and amazing day.